Tonight I'm going to talk about the new range of EasyCraft, which is launching on September 1st. To start off with though, I thought I'd quickly give a refresher to anyone that's not familiar with the EasyCraft product, what they actually do. So to start off with, basically EasyCraft started in 1986. Essentially what happened was they came up with an alternate to the traditional V-joint mining boards. They decided to manufacture that in a panel. So originally, the guy that owned it, he actually put together a circular saw blade, cut it in the shape of a V groove, and just basically cut grooves in the board. And for years, that's how they used to make them. They just basically cut those grooves in manually. Now it's a very different automated system with CNC machines and lots of different options. So, but over the years, the range has grown to include Easy Regency and Easy Ascot, among other panels. They're all precision manufactured. They all come pre-primed, ready to paint, and they all have a unique tongue and groove joining system. So these are the current profiles that exist as of today. So you've got Easy VJ 100. That's the one that replaces your traditional lining board. So that's probably 50% of the sales at least that go through for EasyCraft would be that particular profile. So very, very popular. A lot of your dado panels on the right-hand side of the screen there, those are definitely more and more popular all the time. So they give you that sort of wainscoting type look around the base of the wall. And then you can use the Easy Dado rails at the bottom of the screen there to actually finish off that look. And multiple different substrates that the products are available in. So everything's available in general purpose interior. I think nearly the entire product range is now available in a wet area interior. So that's suitable for bathrooms, kitchens, laundries. Basically, the only place you can't use it is a shower recess or anywhere outside. Semi-exterior. So that's basically eave linings, alfresco ceilings, places like that. And they also do a fire rated board. So that's a group 2 fire rated. So that's suitable for anywhere basically you need that sort of rating. And just a couple of pictures. So you've got your VJ 100, both in the bathroom and in the living room at the top of the screen there. And then down the bottom, you can see on the left-hand side, that's your Easy Ascot profiles. So the new range. So this one launches on the 1st of September. I'm still currently trying to get my head around it. So if I don't know the answers to any questions, I'll definitely come back to you with those. But basically, it's a range that EasyCraft's been working on for probably 18 months now. They're always trying to come up with new things that will actually change the market and actually fit with where the design trends and everything are at that point in time. So there's basically 3 new profiles. So there's the Cove, the Convex, and the Channel. So in those profiles, there's 3 sizes at this stage. They are looking at slightly modifying this, so it may change between now and launch day. But you'll have an 18mm, 30 and a 35 in the Cove, a 13, 38 and a 50 in the Convex, and in the Channel a 25, 60 and 100. I'll show you a bit more of the actual profile. So your Cove profile. So this one I think is probably going to be the most popular one, to be honest. So you can see in the drawings on the side there, there's actually 4 profiles. So they have dropped one of those already. I think it might be the 3rd one, but they've dropped that one out. They decided not to run with that this time around, so they may reintroduce that later. But you can see there that the profile looks quite effective. And on the right-hand side, they've actually just done some photography with showing it on mood boards and things like that. At this stage, none of these photos are being touched up. These are all just straight proof copies straight from the photographer. So they're still waiting on that information to come through. So that's your Cove profile. There's a couple more pictures of the Cove profile. And then we move into the Convex profile. So basically the opposite of your Cove. At this stage, 2 sizes in that one there. You can see on the right-hand side, it gives you that sort of a little bit like a corrugated iron look, I suppose. There's a few pictures there. So it gives you good indication up against your timber floor on this side. That really highlights the profile when you look at it in that picture. and then we go to the channel profile. So it's a little bit similar to one of their other profiles they've got, which is called Easy Line, but this one's a lot deeper. So it's actually a 12mm board, whereas your traditional EasyCraft is 9mm. So by going the thicker board, they can actually get a deeper channel. So that gives you a different look as well. And then you've got a couple more pictures of that one. So with the sheet sizes for this one, so traditionally, all those sizes on the screen right now, they're all available in most of the profiles. The difference with this one is they're actually going to do a 1200 by 1200. So they've decided that a lot of people prefer a higher, what do you call it, a higher chair rail. So a bigger panel across the base of the wall. So that'll be available in a 1200 by 1200. All of these profiles can be used horizontally, vertically, ceilings. So you can use them pretty much anywhere you want to. So for example, the channel one, you can go with the grooves horizontally if you prefer, or they can work vertically. Onto substrate. So going to be available in 2 substrates essentially. So your general purpose moisture resistant MDF, which is the current general purpose EasyCraft. So that can be used in living rooms, bedrooms, basically can't be used in things like bathrooms and laundries, anywhere where there's moisture or a high amount of moisture. And they will also be doing it in the Group 2 fire rated MDF. Long-term plans are there to actually look at putting it onto the ultra substrate, so that it would be suitable for bathrooms and kitchens and areas like that as well. I think that's about it, short and sweet. So any questions?
I'm just looking through. There's a lot of talk about Josh still going on, which is fantastic, getting all these students on board. Look, in relation to ITI, we talked about the availability of products, and what is the availability of these products, Michael? Is it readily available, or?
So this one, so the original EasyCraft, we currently in New South Wales, we carry 40 different profiles in stock, or 40 different sheet sizes and profiles, I suppose. This particular product, at this stage, we'll get maybe a pack or 2 of each to start with and see how it progresses from there. But the lead times out of EasyCraft, if they need to manufacture these, is less than 2 weeks most of the time anyway.
So
oh,
that's excellent.
Not usually a big lead time. They're in Queensland, manufacturing in Brisbane, so nice
and transport across Australia is still okay, or have you got issues with that as well? Obviously with COVID.
No, at the moment it's not too bad. I did have my first delay getting stuff out of Queensland this week, but it basically just added 2 days to the lead time, so it wasn't a major issue.
And I guess they'd probably be happier receiving it from Queensland than New South Wales at the moment. So
yeah, well, that's true. I don't think anyone in Queensland wants to see a driver from New South Wales at the moment. So
no, well, especially couriers. So they definitely don't want any Sydney couriers anywhere. So
no,
look,
definitely not.
That's fantastic. I'll just wait a minute to see if there's any more questions coming up. Oh yes, here we go. Do any of these products emit VOCs?
I just said to Dane, who presented earlier, I said to him, I always get that question on EasyCraft as well.
Yeah.
And I should have looked it up before I came in. I don't know the actual answer, but it is extremely low. I do know that.
Yeah. Okay. And Corey's asked, where can we find this online? Like, what have you got to?
So this particular product, the new range, is not online yet. I only just got the first draft of the brochure today.
Yep.
So they haven't. If you follow the EasyCraft Panels Instagram, they're posting it onto their stories pretty much every couple of days at the moment. So that gives you a really good sneak peek of some photos and then what they're actually doing. The brochures are not quite there yet.
And so samples. What about samples?
I was just about to say that. So I believe they have some samples ready to go. So they're going to send some down to Sydney. I believe I should see them this week. Okay. So you can either contact us if you need a sample, or you can contact EasyCraft Direct and they'll send them directly to you as well.
Okay, great. So is there anybody, I'll just give it another second there, Michael. I think don't know whether people are having dinner or I guess on 20 to 9 in New South Wales. I guess that's past dinner. But I'm just considering our friends in WA. So
Yeah.
all over Australia with all these different time zones. So it's gets a bit crazy once we hit the summer period, once we start getting this daylight saving around.
Yes.
It's a nightmare. So
Mhm.
so we've got availability of samples, they're all online. The Fox, that's pretty much what we have. Thanks once again, Michael. Really, really appreciate it. We'll give
That's all
everybody
right.
a
Oh, actually, another one just came through.
oh,
So,
good.
how durable will these be used as wainscoting around a dining table? I could drag out another presentation I've got that actually shows the impact resistance of this versus Gyprock. But basically, the original EasyCraft product is actually used in hospitals all over the place because of the durability. So for basically banging into it with a chair or anything else, it's going to react a lot better than Gyprock will. Depending on how hard you hit it, it might bruise, but it would take a lot of effort to do that. So normal wear and tear wouldn't be an issue.
And how thick did you say the panel was?
These ones are a bit different.
Yeah.
All your original ones are 9mm. These ones are 12, and I think there's some in 16 as well. Because
Okay,
of
yeah.
the depth of the profile.
I was going to say, because once you consider the depth of the profile, then you're going to have these weak points. So you'd have to thicken the board up itself.
Yeah, yeah. And I think, I mean, this product's been a long time in the making, and I know that they've got 3 or 4 other profiles that they haven't shared with me yet. So I'm waiting to see what they'll be, but I believe they're going to come out about 6 months down the track as well.
Don't worry about it. Had many secrets today from this morning. We had Jeff from TechLed telling us all his secrets. So it's all good.
Well, this is a sneak peek because this hasn't been put out to the public yet at all. So apart from the Instagram on EasyCraft, and they're only putting in their stories, so no one could actually get copies of it. So this is, definitely a sneak peek on that one.
Anyone interested in using the product, make sure you get in contact with ITI and let us know so we can start to promote the projects. Can the product be curved around corners?
Oh, that's an interesting one. I have never been asked that question. That one.
We should probably.
I would imagine it would depend on how tight the corner is. And I mean, the good thing is that EasyCraft will have a go at pretty much anything. So if you do have a job coming up that you want to try something like that, I'm sure that's something they'd be willing to actually work on and try and figure out how to do it. If it
absolutely wouldn't. And that question was from Dane, so I think he might have been trying to test you there, Michael.
Yes.
So all good. So that pretty much wraps it up. So thanks very much, Michael.